Okay, I'm Paul from Pulse Racing, and this is under the bonnet. Basically the visual things that you can see of the Pulse Stage 3 power pack. Basically the first thing you can, and the most obvious thing you can see is to change the intercooler. This is from our good friends at Process West. Basically it's a huge top mount intercooler, pretty much the size of what a front mount intercooler would be on certain cars. They've been able to design it where they can get it actually on top of the car. And one of the key features of this is actually the under bonnet splitter. It's no good having a massive intercooler here and obviously the factory small holes through the bonnet. So we're actually ramming a lot of air through the intercooler, and as you see this rubber, it's actually sealed to the cooler. So the air comes directly through the cooler, not basically around the sides of it. As they do in factory, this core is basically almost triple the size of the factory one in size and in thickness, which basically equates to really cool intake temp charges. Best description of a top mount intercooler is pretty much how your car goes at night time will basically be better again during the day, and that's basically just cool air intake charges. The other thing we've got here under the bonnet, as you'll notice, we've removed the factory airbox, and basically we've got again the Process West cold air intake. When you take the factory airbox out, there's a massive gaping hole in the engine bay. So what we do, we put basically a fixed plate in there, and the actual high flow K&N filter is mounted on the other side of that. And then basically we run a larger intake pipe, which obviously then brings the flow into the engine. The factory one is obviously restrictive. Being able to flow more air into the engine makes more power. Any sort of flow increase on a turbo car and you can make more power with it. The cool part about this is it actually looks factory. I've had a lot of people say being pulled over by the police and it looks factory, no dramas whatsoever. Aside from the fact this is perfectly legal because the air filter is actually not in the engine bay, and it's the plus of that is it's actually shielded away from engine bay heat, and it works a treat.